Hi, Jeff Baker with Seabreeze Computers. A few days ago in Chrome browser, a button appeared at the top right for Gemini. It was available to a few users for a while, but now it's available to many more users. It's November 2025. But if you use Gemini in Chrome, that button there, then do you have any privacy or security? Or are human reviewers able to review all your data when you use it? We'll analyze the answer to that question in this tutorial, and then we'll look at what settings you're able to change. The first time you click on the Gemini in Chrome button at the top right corner of Chrome, it pops up with a box that you need to agree to by clicking on Yes, I'm in. It says your page content is shared for more relevant answers. When you use this feature, page content and URLs are sent to Google. You can turn this off in settings anytime. Your activity improves Google AI. Chats are reviewed and used to improve Google AI. Learn about your choices. Info about your location is also stored with your activity. So in this section where it says chats are reviewed, it doesn't say that you can turn this off. But there is a Learn About Your Choices link. So let's take a look. Clicking on Learn About Your Choices takes you to a Google support document, Gemini Apps Privacy Hub. Under Information we collect as you use Gemini apps, it says, human reviewers, including trained reviewers from our service providers, review some of the data we collect for these purposes. Please don't enter confidential information that you wouldn't want a reviewer to see or Google to use to improve our services, including machine learning technologies. Under How we retain your data, it says chats reviewed by human reviewers and related data like your language, device type, location info, or feedback are not deleted when you delete your activity. Instead, they are retained for up to 3 years. Then there's a question. Who has access to my chats, and how does human review improve Gemini for everyone? It says how we protect your privacy in this process. We take your privacy seriously, and we do not sell your personal information to anyone. Chats are disconnected from your account before being sent to service providers. It says they don't sell it, they just give it for free, apparently. And then it says it's disconnected from your account. But what if you use something like Gmail? Then will they still see your email addresses? Down further it says even if your keep activity setting is off, Google still uses your chats to respond to you and help keep Gemini safe and secure, including with help from human reviewers. So this is vague. So are human reviewers still able to review your data for 72 hours, or is that only if you send feedback? Another question on the page is how long does Google retain my temporary chats and chats I have when keep activity is off? And what does Google do with this data? Temporary chats and chats you have when keep activity is off are retained with your account for 72 hours and used to. Temporary chats are not used to train Google's AI models. If keep activity is off and you don't submit feedback, Google also does not use your future chats to improve its AI models. So it says it's not used to improve its AI models, but it doesn't say that human reviewers aren't going to look at the activity that is kept for 72 hours. Another question on the page is, what does the keep activity setting control? If the keep activity setting is off, your future chats won't appear in your activity and won't be used to train our AI models unless you choose to send Google feedback. Future chats are still saved for 72 hours so Gemini can respond to you, process your feedback, and protect Google, its users, and the public. Gemini and Chrome. What happens to my data when I use Gemini and Chrome? When you use the Gemini and Chrome feature, Gemini collects and processes page content and the URL from your current tab and any other tabs you've shared with it. Some of the page content Gemini uses might not be visible to you. How to control and manage your data. You can choose to stop sharing your current tab and any other tabs you've shared with Gemini. Learn more. So if you click on Learn More, it takes you to another Google support document, Manage Gemini in Chrome Settings. Under Manage Permissions for Gemini and Chrome, on your computer, open Chrome. At the top, click More, then Settings. In the Settings menu, click AI Innovations, and then Gemini in Chrome. If the menu is hidden, first click Menu. Under Permissions, you can turn the following permissions on or off: precise location, microphone, page content sharing. So my questions are, if you turn page content sharing off, then is Gemini useful in your tabs? Will it be able to help you do things? If you leave page content sharing on, then will human reviewers be able to see the content? Google is not saying here, so it needs to be more clear. When you look at the AI Innovations page in Settings, it says, Things to consider. When you use these features, relevant data is sent to Google in order to create AI experiences. Data sent to Google may be seen by human reviewers to improve Chrome AI's technology.